much earlier, but because of some issues, I wasn't able to make it early enough. But I thank you for your permission for me to raise that point of order at this point in time. Mr. President, I'm coming on order 10, which is privilege, and order 42, which is personal explanation. And Mr. President, it's about the fake news and the rumors that were circulating yesterday, in the social media about an alleged attempt by northern senators to effect a change of leadership of this revered institution. Mr. President, I consider these statements as a thinly disguised attempt to bring a very serious division in this institution. Elections that were conducted had been conducted, and the leadership had won the election. We have gone more than 1 year, 8 months, and under your leadership, you have guided the Senate to this position. I am another senator, therefore my privilege has been compromised, has been abridged by these allegations. I am a senior member of this chamber, and also a senior member of the Northern Senators. And I can assure you that there has been no attempt that I know of by any caucus or any group among Northern Senators to bring discord or make any attempt to challenge the legitimacy of your election or to undermine the good work that we have been doing in this Senate. I consider my privilege breached because, Mr. President, I think whoever is bringing this issue want to bring damage among the interpersonal and official relationships among us, your constituents. Both Northern Senators and their colleagues from the South have been working in committees and in this Senate harmoniously. Therefore, any attempt to bring any kind of discord along regional lines in this institution is not going to augur well for either this institution or for this nation at large. This is the premier legislative house of this nation. For anybody to bring division across ethnic or regional lines is undermining the progress of our democracy and is undermining the capacity of this institution to deliver in the process of governance of this country. Therefore, we must rise united under your leadership to make sure that this kind of discord is frowned upon, is completely negated, so that the kind of unity that we have forged in the last 18 months can be sustained and put on proper foundation. Therefore, Mr. President, I rise with due sense of your personal heart, and I'm sure a lot of my colleagues also feel the same. For us to be characterized, I feel hard for me to be characterized as another senator, as either belonging or supporting or conniving with anybody to bring the leadership of this institution down. Mr. President, I thank you for giving me this privilege, and I also thank members of the Senate. I have never in my life been in a process where I stand to divide this nation or to associate in order to bring or to divide the nation across ethnic and regional lines. We are leaders in the United States. Portfolio, President Emeritus of the Senate was there in the Ninth Senate. We never had this kind of thing. Therefore, I think this is the work of certain subterranean moves, which should be resisted by the Senate to bring discord, because this discord, we have about 2 years, 4 months to go to the end of our term. This discord had the capacity of bringing the work of this Senate to ridicule. And all of us should stand united behind your leadership to make sure that this issue, this thing does not happen. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
My name is Senator Ningi, and a member of the Northern Senator. Even though this is not a debating issue, I also came across this story yesterday after the session, and I was actually taken aback. I had a lot of calls. This is about my 17 and a half years in this National Assembly, and that my antecedent as a senator, as a Northern Senator, is never hidden by anybody. But when a story like that emanated, I was taken aback as to why, and from my little exploration of that so-called fake news, there was an intention by some people outside this chamber, according to my source, in making sure that they have further again bring to a collision between yourself and Northern Senators. And for all intents and purposes, so far, so well, in spite of everything, people could see that we have been able to relate with you, particularly you and the Deputy Senate President, in the course of this, our legitimate assignment as representatives of the people. So I've seen no reason why such rumors should emanate. And believe you me, if there are indications that we are not comfortable with their leadership, or the leadership of the Senate President, we are not going to do a fake news. We'll come promptly and tell you that we are not comfortable. Now this is who we are. This is how we are. Nobody should be scared of coming out to say, no, I'm not comfortable with this. By all intents and purposes, history has shown when we have grievances, we put them across and they are ironed out and move forward. Having said that, I think it is important for some of us that are probably being seen as the frontliners to say, without consulting my friends, my colleagues from the North, that I move that will reinforce a vote of confidence in both you, the Senate President, and the Deputy Senate President, and the entire leadership of the National Assembly in this regard. And I'm very positive that this is the way to go about it. Anybody who wants to create any problem, going out can create it on himself, but not on our behalf. And I tell you, once there is no crisis and it is established to blackmail, blacklist, and make it as if we are against the President of the Senate, it begins that question. So I move that on behalf of Northern Senators, that will vote a vote of confidence in your leadership, that of the Deputy Senate President, and the entire Senate leadership, as we resolve to move as one people. I so move.
Senator, a lot has been said on these rumors that happened yesterday. Mr. President, I want to join the previous Senator Amin Abbas, Adamawa Central, Adamawa State. I want to join my colleagues as a condemnation, as moved by the single Senator Abdul Ningi, that this Senate do vote, a confidence vote in the leadership of the Senate and the entire leadership of the Senate under the Zulu Senator Senator Akpabio, the common president of the 10th Senate. I so second.
In a surprising move, the Senate has reviewed the circumstances of the rumors of yesterday that Northern senators were hatching a plan and that DSS, which did not occur, had taken over the chambers because of the intended impeachment of the leadership of the Senate. And because of that, it seems after the speech on a personal explanation by distinguished Senator Abubakar, our leader, Abdullahi our leader, and distinguished Senator Ningi has moved a motion that a vote of confidence should be passed on the leadership of the Senate, and seconded by distinguished Senator Abbas. This is further amended by the minority leader of the Senate, that it should be the entirety of the Senate and not just Northern senators. And this has also been further seconded by distinguished Senator Sani Musa. In a very humble way, I feel humbled, but I'm obligated to put the question. Those who support that this vote of confidence on the Senate leadership be carried, say aye. Those against, say nay. They are not here. The ayes have it. Let me thank my distinguished senators on behalf of my brothers, the Deputy Senate President, and the leadership, and assure you that the comradeship and the bond existing between us in the 10th Senate will continue. No amount of rumor, no social media will come here to break that bond. I thank you for this, and we are very humbled. The confidence is not misplaced. We'll do our best in the coming months and in the coming years to justify the confidence that you have placed in us. Thank you, and may Almighty Allah bless each and every one of you. Amen. Yes. Leader of the Senate, can you just few announcements before we depart? First, there is going to be a meeting of the PDP Senate caucus by 3 p.m. I don't know which are the factions, but okay. There is Senator Biggie, there is going to be a meeting of the PDP joint caucuses today by 3 p.m. This will happen in meeting room 4.226. Shortly after this by 3 p.m. And then every single member is invited. In fact, the Senator Ningi, all factions are invited. The senators are also invited to attend a night of tribute in honor of our late distinguished brother and leader, distinguished Senator Dr. Jonathan Salas Swingina, happening today, 17th day of October 2024. This night of tribute will take place today at Armed Forces Officers Mess, Asokoro, Abuja, behind Lungi Barracks. Am I right? Behind Lungi Barracks. Well, this is slated for 4 p.m. So it will enable us to finish and get back to our works. 4 p.m. They are all highly invited. This is signed by the Senator Abamoro, the leader of the Senate delegation to the burial ceremonies of late Senator Swingina. Yeah? No, it's not PDP, it's a Senate. No, it's only in the caucus meeting that I said all factions are hereby invited. I said all APC, all PDP factions are invited to the caucus meeting. I didn't limit it. And in the event that there is no faction, then it means that the entire PDP senators are invited to the meeting. That is in Kano. not at the national level. but PDP has a cancerous situation at the national level. Further announcements. This is to notify distinguished senators that the National Day of Tribute for Dr. Emmanuel Iwoyawo. This is for Johannes Ndigbo. For Dr. Emmanuel Iwoyawo, CFR, will hold tomorrow, Friday, 18th day of October 2024. Venue will be at the National Ecumenical Center at the Central Business District, and time will be 4 p.m. You are kindly requested to attend. This is from the Civil Senator Osita Ezunaso, Chairman, Contact and Mobilization Committee of the National Burial Program of late elder statesman Iwoyawo. 4 p.m. tomorrow at the Ecumenical Center. Yes. There is a slight personal announcement. Some of my colleagues may wish to accompany me to a class reception. My class is doing Thanksgiving service on Sunday in Calabar. From the class of 1987, who they are like 86, 87, I think. They are like 37, 38 years after leaving universities. So those of us that are still alive, we want to go back to that university to do a Thanksgiving service to thank God for our lives, and also to pray for the repose of the souls of our classmates who have passed on. And we say, may their souls rest in perfect peace. So any of you that wishes to accompany us, you just contact Felicia, and arrangements have been made. And that will be in Calabar. The Thanksgiving service will actually be on Sunday, but the movement could be tomorrow. Because you know, Calabar, actually the full meaning of Calabar is come and rest and be at peace. No, let's put it CALABAR. Come and rest and come and live and be at rest. So C, come, A, and L, live, and A, be at rest. So some of you may have to pack your things. You may not need to come back to Abuja. Leader of the Senate, Mr. President, for adjournment. Mr. President, contribution. This is Senator Lingi.